From the Caprice to the Cavalier, the Vega to the Vandura, GM Lordstown has made millions of vehicles.
But these products aren't just inventory for dealerships across the country. They're a labor of love for thousands of men and women on the line every day.
In fact, many have spent decades at the plant and are the driving force behind its success. Recently, I met three friends who call each other family after working together for nearly 40 years.
Practicing sitting on the park bench feeding the pigeons for retirement.
Flipping through old pictures, Greg George, Bruce Kimes, and Vince Martini reminisce about life at Lordstown. Vince still works there, but the other two are enjoying their first week of retirement.
You know, it's a family that we'll never get rid of.
I've seen them 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I see them more than I see my wife.
All that time together brings back fond memories of each other and all those vehicles they made. Vince started hanging steering gears in 1977, and Greg got hired the next year.
I come into a body shop area, and it was nothing like I ever thought it would be. It was all, they called it Silver City, and that's all it was. It was sparks shooting everywhere. And
in 1979, Bruce came on board to work in the paint booth spraying undercoat. Back then, Lordstown was pumping out multiple makes.
Olds, Buick, Cadillac, and Chevy running down the same line. They're building 4 different cars. That, to me, is amazing.
As the years went on, all three made their way to Chassis 1 as team leaders. That meant learning every job so they could step in when needed. And things heated up when the Chevy Cavalier hit the line in the 80s and 90s.
Times we were running 10 hours a day. We were building 700 of those a night.
And everyone had a personal touch, with hundreds of workers helping get those cars off the line and onto the lot.
How many people, how many hands, how much time goes into that vehicle before it ever gets there?
I think it used to take like 20+ hours to build a car from start to finish.
These guys have witnessed a lot of changes, including more technology and robotics to lighten the load.
There's more work on a job, but you're not using your brute strength all day long. I mean, you're still tired at the end of the day.
Now the focus is on the redesigned Chevy Cruze, with a storied past here paving the way for its future.
That's Lordstown. They said from way back when, that plant's never going to last. Well, 50 years later, it's still there. It's going strong.
Bruce and Greg will be watching from the sidelines now, but Vince is back on the job after a 5-month medical leave.